everyone, Max Caven here with Travelwise International, and thank you again for tuning in today as we continue our weekly Cruise Day Tuesday series. Today will be another information-packed episode as we review our upcoming 2021 and 2022 group sailings. The 2022 itinerary should be available soon, but don't worry, as soon as they become available, I'll be here to provide you the latest updates. First of all, I want to take this time to wish everyone out there in advance happy Thanksgiving. While this year might not be like previous years or spending exactly quite like we planned, let's all take a moment to be thankful for what we do have and continue to look forward towards a brighter and happier future. There's lots of optimism in the travel industry, especially cruising. Plus, with the latest release of all these new itineraries, I'm even more excited for the next couple years and getting back to sea. So you might have seen my previous videos in which I highlighted the benefits of cruising versus visiting all-inclusive, and even more specifically, Royal Caribbean's megaship, the Oasis of the Seas. So the first group sailing of 2021 is none other than the 7-night Oasis of the Seas departing May 9th from New Jersey. This itinerary is also the first sailing of the Oasis from Jersey after it repositions from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where it has spent the past several months cruising around the Caribbean. That being said, you can rest assured it'll be one of the first passengers on board from its new home in New Jersey. This itinerary is one of many heading towards the Bahamas. However, this particular itinerary first stops in Orlando after a day of cruising, and then stops in a newly finished private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. This is one of Royal Caribbean's private island destinations I've highlighted before, which is exclusive only to their ships and guests, making it a definite must-see when cruising the Bahamas. The next destination is Nassau, Bahamas, before setting sail back to Jersey, where I'll be on board for 2 more days on the Oasis. Another itinerary I'm excited to announce is our 7-night Eastern Mediterranean cruise, departing July 4th and 21. From Rome, this is a classic Greek Isles cruise visiting Santorini, Mykonos, and Athens on board the newly amplified Odyssey of the Seas. This itinerary also stops in Naples, Italy, and with most international destinations, or really any cruise destination away from home, we highly recommend arriving a day early or departing later to explore the city of Rome. But don't worry, you can easily cover a lot of the ground in a day or two. To switch gears a little bit, or I should say to completely switch weather, the next itinerary I want to highlight is our 2021 sailings to Alaska. The next group we have going to Alaska is a 7-night round trip inside passage cruise that departs on July 18th from Vancouver, British Columbia. It's also sailing on the Serenade of the Seas. Not only do you get to experience the amazing destination of Alaska, we also recommend doing a pre or post over here in Vancouver, since you'll be departing and arriving back in the same port since it's a round trip cruise. This itinerary on board the Serenade of the Seas is also jam-packed with 4 different unique ports in Alaska: Sitka, Juneau, Skagway, and Haines, as well as a sail-by of one of Alaska's most prominent fjords, Tracy Arm. As we fast forward into 2022, we also have some great itineraries that were recently released for the Caribbean and Alaska. The first itinerary of 2022 is a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise departing from Miami, Florida on January 8th. And that is actually on board the Symphony of the Seas. Now, the Symphony of the Seas is actually the world's largest cruise ship, so if you are interested at all in the Oasis of the Seas, then you should definitely check out this massive ship. This itinerary also is very unique because it stops not only in Royal Caribbean's private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, but it also stops in their other private destination, Labadee in Haiti. This particular itinerary also docks in San Juan, Puerto Rico, as well as Charlotte Amalie, St. Thomas, allowing you to experience 4 different unique destinations, and not to mention Miami. Another great itinerary that we currently have group space on is also departing from Miami. This is a 6-night itinerary on board the Explorer of the Seas, departing on July 3rd, making a great way to kick off your July 4th celebrations. Your first stop is none other than Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and you also get to visit Labadee in Haiti, allowing you access to both of Royal Caribbean's private destinations. The third port of call is Falmouth, Jamaica, which you can also visit between Bahamas and Haiti, allowing you to see 3 different distinct Caribbean nations. And once again, to switch gears to our Alaska sailings in 22, we have a couple of great itineraries already picked out for our groups. The first sailing is in Alaska, similar to our 2021 itinerary. It's a 7-night sailing departing on June 26th from Vancouver. This is also a round trip inside passage sailing on the Serenade of the Seas. However, this itinerary visits 3 of Alaska's new destinations, Sitka, Juneau, and Ketchikan, and also allows passengers to cruise by of Tracy Arm Fjord and the Hubbard Glacier. The next and final group of 2022 is a 7-night round trip inside passage as well, sailing on board the Ovation of the Seas, and that departs on July 8th Unlike previous sailings discussed, this actually departs from Seattle, Washington, so it's a domestic port for most, and visits Vancouver as one of its many ports of call. This itinerary also visits 3 destinations in Alaska, Juneau, Skagway, and Sitka, as well as a whole day spent cruising the inside passage of Alaska's beautiful and vibrant shoreline. Well, that's all the time we have for today. As mentioned before, as more itineraries become available for other destinations, and especially 2023, I'll be here to update you and let you know the group space we have availability on. Make sure you stay tuned and continue following our Cruise Day Tuesday series. Next week, we'll actually start our destination immersion episodes to provide you some more in-depth information about the destinations we're sailing to. Next Tuesday, December 1, will be all about Bahamas, and next Tuesday after following will be December 8th, will all be about Alaska. Also, if you're not doing so already, please make sure to follow our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram accounts. Please feel free to message us directly any questions you might have, and we might be able to feature the answer to your question on our next coming episodes. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Max Caven with Travelwise International. If you have any other questions for me or are ready to start planning your next cruise, please give me a call at 301-248-8898 or send me an email at cruise@itravelwise.com. In advance, happy Thanksgiving again to everyone out there, and I'll see you next week.